Almost 50 years since the first Rocky movie has passed, and we still can't stop dreaming of at least one more in the series. With 6 movies so far and a total worldwide gross of $1.7 billion, Rocky Balboa has become a cultural phenomenon that still lives, and he's one of the greatest characters that ever came on the big screen.
You want to hear me say it? You want to break me down? All right, I'm afraid. For the first time in my life, I'm afraid. I'll bust you up. Go for it.
And can we hope to enjoy one more episode of Rocky's life anytime soon? Well, stay here and find out. Let's start with a quick recap of where the franchise left us last time. The last time we watched Stallone's titular character in a solo movie was back in 2006. The movie was titled Rocky Balboa, and it was written and directed by Stallone himself. The development for the 6th film began after Stallone expressed regret about the outcome of Rocky V, which was viewed as a disappointing conclusion to the end of the franchise. And in some way, Stallone managed to improve the image of the franchise. The movie made revenue of a modest $155 million worldwide, which is okay, given that it had only $24 million budget for filming. It's considered by the fans as the best Rocky movie since Rocky 3 and 4, or as good as the first film in the series.
That's right, that's it. Hey, I didn't hear no bell.
We're back in Philadelphia, where the retired champion misses his beloved deceased wife Adrian and tries to get closer to his son Robert.
We need a few laughs in our life. What do you think? Maybe.
He spends his retirement days helping people and running a restaurant where he often tells stories about his glorious days to the clients and takes pictures with them. One day there's a virtual fight on TV where Rocky fights against the unappreciated and undefeated heavyweight title holder Mason Dixon, and after seeing this, the former champion will find the motivation to return to the ring and start practicing boxing in a little fight as a sport.
Heavy-duty, cast-iron, pile-driving punches that will have to hurt so much they'll rattle his ancestors. Yeah, let's start building some hurting bombs.
This is where Mason's managers will see a chance to promote their non-charismatic champion, so they will challenge Rocky to take part in the fight of the century that will take place in a charity event in Las Vegas. The rest of the story you already know. While almost 2 decades have passed since then, you don't have any excuse if you still haven't seen the movie. It took 16 years for Rocky to come back to the theaters, and when everybody thought that this is the conclusion of this story, something even better happened. In 2016, the spin-off series Creed was born and Rocky was in it. This time as a supporting role, but still fans were delighted to see Stallone back in Rocky's shoes. For those few who don't know, Creed chronicles the story of Adonis Creed, the son of Rocky's late best friend Apollo. The 2016 film was followed by a sequel in 2018, and the 3rd film is coming in March this year. But we'll yet summarize the impressions of this film. What we want to know right now is whether you're ready to hit that like button below the video. Just kidding, but it would be nice to do it. And what we really want to know is whether Stallone is preparing for his 7th solo Rocky movie. Between the fans, it's called the movie that was never made, but from what we learned recently, Stallone had many ideas in his mind, and he already shared some excerpts from the ideation phase of the project.
Because I think that people die sometimes when they don't want to live no more.
Nature's smarter than people think.
So even though the 6th movie of the series is considered a classy one and very close to the original, Stallone will not make a mistake if he somehow starts to realize the plans for the 7th film. I mean, what can go wrong? We already saw him rocking the character at 60, and he's too busy filming right now, even though he turned 76.
Thanks, Mick.
All right.
I love you too.
Go after him, kid.
But if you're looking for release date information about Rocky 7, you won't find it right now. Why? Because there isn't any, and sadly as things stand, it may never happen. But we're used to seeing amazing things in the movie world, and one thing we learn is that you can never say never. As I said before, Stallone shared some information about the movie recently on his Instagram account, but after that, he erased the post. This was the beginning excerpts of the screenplay for Rocky 7. Sadly, because of certain individuals, it will never happen, but it's something I want to share with the diehard fans. Always keep punching. Stallone wrote. With this, Stallone posted pictures of notebooks with his handwritten pages for ideas and even scenes for the 7th Rocky installment. And after this post, there was another one where he said, "Part 2, I know it's confusing, but I think you get the ideas. Rocky was back trying to fight for the neighborhood that made him and that he still loves." But just shortly after putting fans into thinking, the Hollywood star took down the screenshots. Luckily, Collider managed to save these sequences from the script and shared them with their readers. The first of the 2 posted scenes follows the Italian stallion reflecting on a moment that he once shared with the love of his life, Adrian. And in the second scene, there's a 27-year-old fighter named Chucho the Mutt who's introduced as Rocky's new protege. We also learned that the movie will focus on the relationship between Rocky and a young street fighter who resides in the country illegally. This is something like the story in the Creed movies, where Rocky is a mentor of the young Adonis Creed.
I've been fighting my whole life. I ain't got a choice.
It's always about a choice.
So maybe the story written for Rocky 7 is actually a story for Creed, but with different names in it. Who knows? Maybe you'll smash that subscribe button and hit that notification bell below the video right now. No, really. Maybe that's why Stallone took down the post on his Instagram, or maybe there's some chance that either way, the movie will happen in the near future, even though Stallone originally wrote that it won't. These writings and indications of Stallone to some people have an origin from before, actually from his clash with Rocky producer Irwin Winkler. The actor accused Winkler that he prevented him from securing the rights of the character. Stallone also had an interview for The Hollywood Reporter where he explained some things. It was a deal that was done unbeknownst to me by people that I thought were close to me, and they gave away whatever rights I would have had, the actor said. And he also said that even though some of these people he has had on his mind have done nothing, he, on the other hand, who never used one line of dialogue from anyone else, don't own anything of the character. Originally, Sly reported that he was working on the new Rocky movie in 2019, and later in mid-2020, he shared that the work on the movie was still underway, but fans found out that the studio hasn't given a green light, and the last thing we heard in November 2021 was about his deteriorating ties with Irwin Winkler. As we all know, the actor is quite busy at this moment. He already finished the first season of the hit series Tulsa King. He'll also take part in the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and the fourth installment of The Expendables. Fans were disappointed when they found out that Stallone won't come back in the third Creed film alongside Michael B. Jordan, although he's one of the producers of the movie, and the reason why he won't reprise his role is a disagreement with the version of the character.
Since we're pretty much like family, who won the third fight?
You did.
Asked why he's not in the cast for the movie, Stallone explained, "I wish them well, but I'm much more of a sentimentalist. I like my heroes getting beat up, but I just don't want them going to that dark space. I just feel people have enough darkness." So we'll see what's gonna happen. One thing is sure, whatever will be the fate of Rocky 7, the legacy of Stallone playing the role will remain living forever. Many generations have grown up with him, and many more will do.
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are.
And one more thing, never give up dreaming of a new movie about the champion. Remember that Stallone is a fighter, and if he invested to write a new script, he'll fight to bring it to the big screen. That's all for now, thanks for watching, and see you next time.